Well, welcome everyone. I'm Pam Gould, your school board member for West Orange County, and I am here today to give you an update on the MetroWest Relief School. I know there has been a lot of discussion about our elementary relief school for MetroWest, and many of you know that we have been landlocked with all the development out there. So what we've done is come up with a creative way where we can disrupt our community in the least amount. So that's what I'm going to take you through today. Plans are still jiving, but I wanted to make sure you were completely up to date on where we were at this moment. And of course, we'll continue to have meetings and updates come out to you. So let's begin. I'm just going to review a project update, some community meeting plans, and then if you have questions and answers, you can send them to me at Pamela.Gould at OCPS.net or get on my Facebook page at Pam Gould #4 School Board, or get onto the OCPS.net website, click on School Board, and just click District 4 and you get connected with me. So let's begin. All right. We, as you know, we are lucky enough in our community to have great support with the half-penny sales tax, some impact fees, which don't affect MetroWest quite as much as they used to, and a strong community support system. We do have limited capital, but this school has been in the works since I was elected in 2012. Finding the land was difficult, as I mentioned, and so we've come up with this creative solution of really cohabitating two independent schools on the same site. So I wanted to let you know that this school will be opening in 2017, the new MetroWest Elementary. So MetroWest will be there, and then we'll have to rename it something else. Probably won't be MetroWest 2, but we'll come up with a name that you all can help with. And right now that site is called 84 East W, or I'm sorry, 84 EW-4. That is the school site, and we, as I said, are scheduled to open in 2017. So, as you'll see on your screen, we have a pretty large site at the MetroWest Elementary School site currently. That site, because of the roadway access and the location, really allows us to think outside the box and be able to adapt the site to accommodate the community's needs of wanting to stay together in somewhat the same geographic location. The plan is that we will put two cohabitating elementary schools on that location, and I'll give you a glimpse of a conceptual, I want to underline conceptual plan that we have in just a minute. But before I do that, let's run through what will be in both schools. They both will have primary classrooms and our intermediate classrooms. They'll have skills labs and resource rooms. They will have an art room with a kiln, a music classroom, of course our core with our administration, kitchen, media centers, and they both will have outdoor play and covered play areas, just as we do in any other elementary school. So there won't be a have school and a have not. They will be equal in their breadth of service to the students of our community. So now let's take a look at the conceptual design, which was done to make sure that we could get two schools with full services on the same plot of land. So if you take a look, you'll see a pink section, and I'll call it a peach section. The pink section is toward the north. The peach section is towards the south. Those are the two distinguishing colors for each of the two schools. Let's get you acclimated to what we're looking at. So the north side of the property is the pink section of the schools, and that is on the Steer Lake Road side. And the peach part of the property is to the West Point Boulevard side. If you look closely, you can see existing buildings that will be repurposed for both schools. And you will also see there are two different entrance and exits to each school, so they'll have their own bus loop, their own pickup line. And again, we are thinking of this as two K-5 schools side by side. Let's dive in and take a look at this. On the pink school on the north side, you'll see that the entryway is similar to where it is now to the campus of MetroWest Elementary. And there is a bus loop there, also with a conga line for car rider circles. If you go further south on Lake Wilma Drive, you'll see a second entrance with the car rider circle. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. This was the car rider circle on both sides. This is both the car rider circle. To the back of the schools, or to the east side of the schools, you will see the bus loops coming in from the two streets, one from Steer Lake Road and the other from West Point Boulevard. So conceptually, we're keeping traffic apart as much as possible. We will likely be determining staggered start and stop times for the schools to be able to manage traffic for the community better. That's to be determined, and we can talk about that more in the community meetings. But you will see in looking at both of these sites, they both have media centers, they both have cafeterias, they both have covered play areas, and so they are both equal schools. So some of the concerns that I have heard is about play space, and you'll see on the diagram there are two play spaces that are of equal size that have been planned for. One currently exists and will be expanded, and the other one will be created. And this is conceptual, so I don't want to go into too much detail because some things may get rearranged. Again, the point was to make sure that we could fit two equal footprints for the two schools to kind of cohabitate on the same plot of land. There will be a fence, which you can see through a black dotted line that's on this diagram that separates the two schools, because the advantage of doing this is that we will get additional resources in our administration, in our media centers, in our support services. So we'll have two principals, two full media centers, etc. Of course, there'll be two parent organizations. They will have two identities, these two schools. They will, I imagine, because you're coming from the same community bases that you're in now, there'll be a lot of cooperation and cohabitating, but you'll have two different businesses, so to speak, two different operations working within this same square footage. So that gives you a sense of the direction of where we are going. So the plan is that the project, again, will open in 2017, and we are beginning the planning stages, and that takes about 4 months. Design takes about 6 months. The bidding and permitting takes about 2 months. Construction takes 1 year, and the school will open in August of 2017. School dedication will be within the first year of the school opening. We will be having some meetings coming up. Our tentative date for the first meeting will likely be November 30th. That's a Monday evening, but stay tuned and please check Facebook or the OCPS.net website, District 4, under my name, for the latest updates on times. After our meeting in December, we will then get into the protocols of the design process, the 30%, 60% to 100% design process. So all along the way, we'll be able to hear your comments on the layouts for the schools and receive input. Simultaneously, what will be happening is the schedule for the zoning, but that will likely happen towards the end of 16. But stay tuned on that. We have to work into the zoning schedule with pupil assignment. If you need more information, please always feel free to contact me at Pamela.Gould@ocps.net. Again, like my Facebook page for updates not only on MetroWest, but what's happening within the school district. And if you haven't already signed up for the newsletter, go to the OCPS.net school board page and sign up for the newsletter as well to get the most up-to-date information we have out there. I can always be reached on my cell phone at 407-968-3508. And also, if I can't get back to you immediately, Marilyn Gutierrez, my assistant, will usually get right back to you so that we can make sure your needs are met as you have them. Well, thank you. I hope this helped to answer some questions and gives you a little bit more information as we move forward in the process of finalizing the plans for MetroWest Elementary and your community. Another way to reach us is to also go onto YouTube. This will be posted on YouTube, and you can leave comments and questions there, and we will be able to respond to those comments and questions through that vehicle as well. So thank you again, and I'll look forward to seeing you in December. After our meeting in October, I'm sorry, I'm going backwards.
Here we are, ready to talk about MetroWest.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right, are you rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can use these bloopers for later.
I know.
All right, well, so that is not set in stone. Okay, I'll say it again. Now you're going to have to insert it, though.
No, that's fine.
We have
Architectural firm, that's Holly.